Alrighty, hello, I'm Beth the Builder, and I'm back with another wiring video, so, you know, fight me about it. But actually, I don't want you to. This stuff is really simple, and no one should be mad about it. So, this is our kitchen light fixture. So, it's small for a kitchen, and it's kind of old, and we've had some problems with it in the past. I thought I had fixed it, but now it just kind of doesn't turn on. And if it does turn on, it crackles at you, which is unsettling to have electricity crackle at you. Okay, so I ordered a new light fixture. This one has 3 bulbs. It also has the same size base for this area because this is domed, so you need something similar in diameter to fit there. So, super simple. Had good reviews. People said it was super easy to install, which I'm all about because electrical is not my favorite thing to mess with. I'm not a professional, of course, as people like to remind me. I mean, it's like subtle reminding. But anyway, this stuff is easy, especially just a simple light fixture. You're just going to be matching colored wires, a white, a black, and a ground. So yeah, this literally came with connectors. And then you match the wires and you stick a connector on and you twist them together. So that's what these do. I'm hoping that this goes smoothly. In theory, it should be very, very simple. Guess what? Bigger idiots than me have done this stuff in my home and in your home probably. So you're not an idiot, so you can figure it out just like me. So if you can match colored wires and you can read a basic diagram, you're pretty good to go. So yeah, don't let internet trolls and gatekeepers stop you from doing this stuff because it's not that hard. You're not an idiot, so you can do it. I can do it. It's fine. So safety first, I'm going to turn the power off for this. I have a voltage detector, check to make sure the power is actually off. And then we'll get to disassembling this and then installing the new one. So I replaced these connectors. This had just electrical tape on it, so I put a big old connector on there, and then this is the black wire connector, and then this will have the white wire. So yeah, I just looked at how it was wired, the old fixture, and I'm just gonna match the new fixture's wires because there's just a black and a white and a ground. And then I also have to use a bigger connector than what they gave me in the light fixture. They just gave me small orange ones, and I had some bigger ones that were for more wires. So these are just for 2 wires, and then you can get bigger ones that are for 3 and 4 and etc. More and more wires to be connected. So I need one of those. I'm not really entirely sure how electricians do all this shit by themselves sometimes because it's really difficult to like hold a fixture up and then also like try and like wire it. I don't know how they do it. I mean, this is some of why I don't love electrical, because it just feels really awkward and not really all that much fun to mess with. And then at the end of the day, you're like, wow, now this light turns on? Boy, I'm so glad that I spent X amount of time with it for just a light to come on. It seems very boring in my opinion. Okay, so that's the white wire, and then I'm going to take this off. This is going to be the black wire. I always get nervous that like randomly the power is just going to come back on and I'm going to get like super electrocuted. I mean, that's like never happened. I've like never gotten electrocuted because of doing wiring stuff, but that's always like my fear. Okay, and I'm just testing these connections, make sure they actually stay. Okay, so then I'm just going to tuck all of these inside this casing and then press. You kind of have to like stick the wires, kind of push them back up there to get them to all fit, because this is kind of a small fixture for all these wires. Maybe this would actually need like a box to sit on, but I don't know. So, okay, and then there's these 2 bolts here. I'll zoom in a little bit more. Okay, so then alright, so then there's two bolts that fit into the fixture's bolts here. And then these little nuts go on there and it tightens the fixture into this bracket that's on the ceiling. It's very simple. If you can actually find the bolt. Okay, alright. Here we go. Okay, so there's one little bolt. And then I have the other one somewhere in my pocket. Oh, it's right here. Okay, so tighten those up. And then these are positionable lights, which was part of the reason I picked this fixture, because otherwise there was only one light bulb here, and that was kind of not enough, even though I'd put a really bright bulb in it. Okay, I'm gonna put the bulbs in. So these bulbs I got are fancy. Well, they came with a fixture. They're LED bulbs, so they're supposed to last like a crazy long time. And they're supposed to be like very, very efficient, which is awesome, because who likes buying light bulbs? Okay, so these all snap into place. So, there you go. Pretty cool. I think it looks way, way nicer. And it should be much, much brighter. And hopefully, you know, fingers crossed, we've actually fixed our problem, because that's kind of the goal of DIYing, is to actually fix a problem and not have to drop hundreds of dollars paying someone else to do that thing. So I am gonna go turn the power on, and then I can actually confidently tell you that this was easy and you should do it too. Because if it doesn't work, then like, don't do this. Alrighty, so power's back on and it works. So I was right, this is easy, and that was the problem, that the connections in this part of the fixture were bad. So it wasn't the wiring up into the ceiling to the light switch, it was this guy. And that's why the light bulb was like all crackly and sounded super spooky when you try and turn it on. So this shit is easy. It doesn't take a rocket scientist to match colors and remember which wires go to which thing. It's especially easy when there's literally a black and a white wire. So very simple. It's a pretty big improvement from just the one bulb to the 3 LEDs. This is like 5,000 lumens or whatever the heck a lumen is. But yeah, so I can confidently say now that this is easy. You just have to match colored wires. If you can do that, if you can read a little diagram, if you have a screwdriver, it's very simple. And you know, remember, safety first. If you're not comfortable doing this kind of thing, you know, don't be afraid to literally just ask people for help, because you don't want to be messing with things that you're not confident about, and you feel concerned that there might be a bigger problem. You don't want to make something worse. Although a lot of this stuff I think is pretty simple. You don't need to be intimidated by it, even though there is some gatekeeping, shaming out there that you shouldn't be doing that because you're not an electrician. It's like, yeah, well, a bunch of bozos before me weren't electricians either, and they did it, so that's why it's like this. But yeah, sure, it's my fault. So yeah, I mean, of course, you know, safety first, turn off the power, get a voltage detector, etc. If you're not comfortable with this, I totally understand. You know, don't comment about it, because I don't really care about your opinion. And it's too late, I did it, so... But it is simple, and if you're smart and you can watch a video or read some books or some blogs or whatever, or, you know, etc., you're probably gonna get pretty far, and you're gonna realize, like, oh, this shit's not hard, and I can do that. I can match colored wires. Yeah, you can. So, yeah, pretty big improvement. I'm pretty happy with it. And yeah, no more crackling, spooky ghost light bulb. Like in a horror movie. Sometimes it comes on and sometimes it doesn't, and it makes scary noises. So, alrighty, so if you like this, you should like it, subscribe, because I'll have more honest home repairs where I do stuff that maybe I shouldn't. But mostly just stuff that I like doing and fixing stuff around my house. And hopefully inspiring people to go and do it themselves, because I'm not gatekeeping anything. You can do this stuff, I promise. If you're mad about it, leave me a comment, or if you've also found dumb wiring in your home, let me know about it, because I like dumb DIY stories as much as the next person. Go check out my PayPal and my Etsy, where you can very directly help support Beth the Builder. Otherwise, I have new videos every Friday, so I'll see you next week.